Nigerians need to fast and pray as something is really wrong. Just few hours after Canadian building in Abuja was gutted down in flames, Samsung owners of Samsung phones and other electronics also lose billions as fire guts its building in the Banex Plaza of Abuja. Now, a sudden fire has razed the Samsung office located at the popular Banex Plaza, the commercial hub of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Now, Sahara Reporters has yet to ascertain the cause of the inferno, whose video has gone viral as at the time of filming this report. Now, passerbys were also seen running for safety in the video. It was also gathered that the fire extended to a filling station located near the building. The incident caused panic in the area. It will be recalled that the Canadian High Commission located in the Central Business District was also gutted in fire today in the early hours. Now, the incident occurred few days after a security advisory was issued by the British government while the hotel had been placed on red alert. Now, 2 persons have been confirmed to have suffered fatal injuries in the fire incident at the High Commission in Canada in Nigeria on Monday. Sahara Reports earlier reported that the High Commission in Canada in Nigeria, situated at 13013G Palm Close, Diplomatic Drive, Central Business District in Abuja, was on fire. Now, however, the Sahara Reporters could not ascertain at the time if there were any casualties. Now, confirming to the casualty figure to the Punch, the head of operation of the Federal Capital Territory Fire Service, Amiola Adebayo, said 2 people were fatally injured in the incident. Adebayo said that about 3 or 4 victims have been rushed to the hospital. And yes, it is true we have 2 fatally injured and others in the hospital, either 3 or 4, he said. Adebayo, however, did not state the cause of the fire incident to whether the affected victims were foreigners or Nigerians. The High Commission provides visa and immigration services for those seeking to visit or immigrate to Canada. It provides services to Canadians visiting or leaving Nigeria and to Canadians in Equatorial Guinea and São Tomé and Príncipe. Now, its services include adoption and secretary birth abroad, citizenship services, marriages abroad, passport services, notarial services, studying abroad, and visa and immigration services. Now, the United States government had in an advisory issued over the weekend warned its citizens to keep off hotels in the country over alleged plots by terrorists to attack the facilities. Now, the minister who also said the Nigerian government is doing everything possible to tackle insecurity and guarantee safety for tourists and others in the country. Malangi said, "We understand the concern raised by the United States government in their recent travel advisory, but believe that it is imperative that we do not generalize isolated incidents across the entire hospitality industry. Now, we have seen in such advisory do not achieve anything other than needless panic, and they can have severe adverse economic impact, not to talk of what they do to undermine the government's efforts to attract investments. Now, we have consistently prioritized the safety and well-being of all visitors to our country. We have also implemented comprehensive security measures both at the federal and state levels to ensure the safety of tourists and international guests. Now, those measures include intense intelligence gathering, acquisition and deployment of additional platform training, and retraining of personnel, cooperation, and international law enforcement agencies, among others, to maintain a serene and secure environment. Now, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's led government has warned that the recall travel advisory issued by the United States of America on Nigerian hotel will create needless panic, severe adverse economic impact, and undermine efforts to attract investment into the country. Now, recalling to the advisory issued by the U.S. government to its citizens, the Minister of Information, Mohammed Malangi, during a press conference in Abuja on Monday, warned the U.S. and other foreign countries against generalizing isolated security incidents in the country. Well, is the U.S. government wrong for actually um, giving that advisory? Because we could actually see that just days after this advisory it was issued by the U.S. government, they had the fire at the Canadian office in Abuja, and still in that same period, few days or few hours later, same thing at the Samsung office, still at Abuja. Now, it's a good thing for a country to panic about the welfare of its people, and it's still a good thing for also when they are addressed properly. Nigerians got to react about those fires going on in Abuja, as it is said to be a terrorist attack on both angles of the Canadian office and the Samsung office at Abuja, as no reason for the fire has been set. We have no idea what caused the fire, but we just had an idea that we had a fire down in Abuja. Reacting to the statement, Nigerians are saying, why would the Nigerian government be telling the US government not to panic? Do they look like the Nigerian government that do not care about their people in diaspora? Well, I would want to say about that. Nigerian government is said to also care about their people. Now, the United States government have every right to actually issue every advisory to their people here in Nigeria against the hospitality facilities in Nigeria, and they are not wrong to do that in any way. The Nigerian government have no reason to condemn that act because it's an act of them caring for their people. Just few weeks to the end of the year 2023, we're now beginning to hear fire here, fire there, fire here. Please, they should be careful so fire will not burn my hair. Okay, Nigeria as a country is full of drama. I'm not surprised if this particular fire was one of a political way to get attention there in Abuja. Another reaction coming up saying they should find a way to stop all this towards the end of year fire. It's mostly like a tradition in Nigeria where at the end of the year or almost at the end of the year, we have fire situations here and there in different parts of the country. I think it should be checked. I do not want to relate spiritualism to it, but it should be checked if these end time people are already beginning to burn down Nigeria. For those of you who are feeling insecure about Nigeria, please try and run away to Canada. But the thing is that now they have burnt down the office. How can we now run to Canada? In Magneto's voice, the first time that I went to Canada. Okay, some Nigerians are taking this whole fire thing for a joke, but it's really not a joke. It's something that we should be concerned about. And as when the reports came out, about 3 to 4 people were in the hospital and 2 were severely injured. So we should try taking things about fire incidents quite seriously and do well to also call the right authorities in every fire attack, and that is the fire services. Thank you very much for listening to this news. Do well to drop your comments in the comment section, do well to follow, and do well to engage in our news. Thank you very much.